Now in Studio B is BYU freshman swimming sensation Connor Stirling out of Cave Creek, Arizona.
Yeah.
A guy who has a shot to finish as an All-American. Connor, welcome to BYU Sports Nation.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we noticed that you are going on a 2-year LDS mission trip.
Yeah.
July 5th to Puebla, Mexico, right?
That's right.
Puebla, Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but what if you qualify for the Olympics? Then what? The Olympics are in August, man.
I know. That's a tough question. I've had to think about a lot, like the chance if I make it. What do I do? Like if I postpone it 2 months or if I just give up my spot. But I don't know. I got to make the team first, so I'll cross that bridge when we get there.
First things first, yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully there would be a little bit of legroom there, given the. I don't want to put any pressure on anyone up in Salt Lake, but I think it'd be pretty cool if you could do both.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. So you have your mission call. So when I got my mission call, I was like, that was my focus.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to think about anything else.
Oh yeah.
How do you compartmentalize trying to qualify for the Olympics?
It's hard. I go back and forth like each day. Like I got to focus on like what I need to do before I leave, but also like this is something I've been dreaming for my whole life. So like right now I'm just focused on swimming, and then as soon as trials over, if I don't make the team, then I'll make that switch right away and get ready for the mission. But right now I've prepared myself to the point where I can balance both.
Yeah, that is an interesting balance. I mean, have you got your tetanus and your Hep A and Hep B shots taken
yeah,
care
all
of?
that, man.
Oh, and you got to go compete for a spot to try and be an All-American in the swimming pool. Because of how much time you spend in the pool, is there ever an occasion where you're like, I want to go spend time in the pool for leisure? Like you just want to hang out?
A lot of people, like, especially back home from Arizona, like everyone's like, especially when it's like 1,000,000 degrees outside,
Yes.
They're like, oh, let's just go like to the pool, like go swimming. It's just, it's kind of a miserable thing. Like I've already had like two 2-hour practices today. Like I'm done with the water. Like I'll just sit and watch. Like sometimes I'll get in just because like it's a lot different, like swimming laps and having a coach yell at you, telling you what to do, than like just like throwing around with your friends, like doing flips off the side or whatever.
How do you qualify for the Olympics? Like what will you need to do?
So, I mean, to get to the Olympic trials, you have to have a qualifying time to get invited to the meet. And then at the meet, you have to place top 2 in your event. Unless it's a relay event, like one of my events, the 100 freestyle, you get top 6 instead of just top 2. So it's really just racing the top guys in the nation and in the world, and hopefully they have a bad race and you have a good race.
So what you're competing in? What, the 100? You said
the 100 freestyle and 50 freestyle
and 50 free.
Yeah.
So this is like the 100-meter dash in swimming, right?
It's all out sprint, the fastest race of them all. Don't even breathe.
50-meter pool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
So
exciting.
1 lap or 2 laps. Depending.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
To be the fastest sprinter in the pool.
Yeah.
Do you think you can do it?
I think I could do it. The way we're training, we have such a good coach and such a good I'm training with Peyton Sorensen, a guy on the team, and our coach.
Join us Wednesday.
You will. And our coach Sherry Scablin, she's like the greatest in the world right now, and she knows exactly what we need and how to train us for this kind of situation. So I think we'll be right there.
June 26th through July 3rd, the Olympic trials in Omaha, Nebraska. Connor Stirling will be there, and leading up to that, I am assuming that you have a very vigorous practice schedule. What's your average weekday like in terms of pool time and what else is going on?
It's pretty bad. Sometimes I feel like I don't even get a life just because swimming just takes up so much of it, but I love it so much. Like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we'll have like a morning practice at like 5:30, and then an afternoon practice at like 2, and they're both like 2 hours long. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we'll have just like one afternoon practice, and then we'll like lift in between. So it keeps me pretty busy. If I'm not eating or sleeping, I'm swimming.
That's intense, man. Why is it that swimming, it feels like they practice more than anybody else? You don't have like film study per se, like say football or basketball.
Yeah, there's still a little bit, but no, it's definitely it's a lot of work in the pool. Like when I was growing up, my coach always told me like if you missed like one practice, it would take like if you missed 1 day of practice, like it would take 2 to 3 days to make it up. Like it's just like I don't know, like that's how
I don't
swimming
believe
works.
that, but that's a nice saying.
That's just what they say. Like swimming, just like it's one of those things that like you miss 1 day and it takes a couple days to make it back, just because like you have to be constantly in that shape and training your body for that.
That's the case on this show. Like Spencer leaves one time, it takes like 2 or 3 shows to get back in a rhythm.
You get out of here.
After that.
Connor Stirling, BYU freshman swimming sensation, is with us on BYU Sports Nation. I noticed that your dad's nickname is tuna.
It
That's
is.
on your bio. Like that got put on your bio.
Yeah,
Is it on there, really?
please explain where this is coming from.
Well, at the beginning of the year, like I was a freshman. I knew a couple people on the team, and so I was still trying to like get into it, kind of get my feel for like what people thought. Like I'm a pretty goofy guy, like to begin with, so I like to kind of like test the bounds, test the waters, see how they are. And so they gave us these sheets and like, yeah, fill it out, like tell us about your family, about like where you live, where you're from. And like ever since I can remember, like honestly since I was little, like we've always called my dad the big tuna. Like he's always been the big tuna. And he has like a bunch of little like stupid sayings like the big tuna kahuna, or like if you could tune a piano, you could tune a fish. And
Yeah.
none of us know what it means, but he always says it. And like all my friends
Dad
back
jokes,
home,
dude.
exactly,
we know
yeah.
dad jokes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
All
think
my
they're
friends back home
hilarious.
call him
We are
tuna.
hilarious.
Like everyone knows him as tuna. Nobody knows him as Mike.
That's funny. It's either from way back in the day or he really loves The Office. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
The big tuna, Jim Halpert.
Tuna.
What's up, tuna? Yeah. When you look at what you can do on a mission for exercise,
Yeah.
if I'm a basketball or football player, I can do some of that sport, right? If you're a swimmer, you can't swim on a mission at all. So what's that going to be like for 2 years?
It'll be hard. I mean, just drink as much water as possible because that's really the only time I'll be able to touch it.
Or baptize a lot.
Or yeah, hopefully they'll let me stay in there for a little bit and kick around, splash. But
The whirlpool.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
my
I'll just do what I
goodness.
can. A lot of guys on the team say like the first couple months back is hard just because like you're super out of shape. But like just doing like push-ups and running and just trying like to keep my endurance up will help a lot. But hopefully I'll get into shape real quick when I get back.
Jaron proposed the following question in the morning meeting, and I think it's hilarious. I'm going to ask it. Are you more comfortable in water or on land?
Water 100%.
Oh, really?
100%
Really?
in
Why
water.
is that? Are you're Aquaman?
I'm pretty much Aquaman. I used to like I thought that was like I was part Aquaman when I was younger just because like I could swim really fast, like especially at pool parties. But like I don't know, when me and my friends like we'd play like pool basketball, I was always like really good. Like I'm an okay basketball player like compared to my friends, but when I was in the water, like I was a lot better just 'cause I could move around and like it was just my element. And I don't know. I think it's a lot easier, and like I hate running so much. My legs can't handle it, but I could swim for miles.
Connor Stirling will be in the Justice League Part 1 coming up in 2 years as Aquaman.
By the way, lettered in baseball in high school, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So got that going for you as
Yeah.
well. Connor, great to have you in Studio B. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the approaching Olympic trials. And we would love for you to sign our stretch Y flag.
Of course.
First person from Cave Creek
Yeah.
to sign the flag.
Cave
So,
Creek, Arizona. What's up? How many people live in Cave Creek, Arizona, I wonder?
Not too many.
Not too many,
Not too
according
many,
to
he
Connor.
says.